everybody, just want to give a quick tutorial on how to print out Go Math pages for Think Central's website, thinkcentral.com. Also, this will work for Journeys. Unfortunately, when you try to print out one of these textbook pages, I already have it expanded, but if you try to print out these textbook pages to your printer for your child to work on at home, whether they forgot their workbook at school or they've been out sick and the teacher's emailing you saying we're working on these lessons. When you try to print, and it doesn't matter whether you use the HTML or the Flash, it just doesn't come out right because unfortunately it takes everything around the page as well. You can't even highlight the contents and then try to print. It still doesn't work. I did call Think Central. They said it's because their contents are now copyrighted, or copywritten. So some people do have that resources tab where they're still able to access the PDF versions of these pages, which would print out beautifully. Unfortunately, not everybody does, and the advice Think Central gives when you call on how to print these pages out to work on at home is to screenshot the whole thing at this size and then paste it into, or pull it up into Paint, and then crop everything that you don't need out. The problem with that is by the time you're done cropping and getting it to size, if you print it out on your printer, it's a very, very blurry mess and very illegible and very difficult for your young child to work on. So this is a way that I found prints it out clearly. So what you're going to do, actually I'll start at the beginning, is from your My Library, which I'm already chose mathematics, I'm already chosen my library, so now I'm in my library and I'm clicking the workbook. Use the HTML5 ebook because it works a little clearer than the Flash book for this process that we're doing here. And when it pulls up your page, you're going to select your page up here, go to page, whatever page you need to work on. You're going to blow it up to, that's about good, because you're going to want to take about half the page at a time because it's going to make for a clear end product when you're done. We're going to use the snipping tool. If you're not familiar with the snipping tool, and you're not sure where to find it, I always keep mine pinned to my taskbar because I use it a lot. But just click your window button and click search and type in snipping tool, and then it should come up. So I already have mine open, so I'm going to click new. And we're just going to take right around. This looks like a good cutoff point because you don't want to be cutting in the middle of any words or numerics. So I'm going to copy. Right click copy or control C. We're going to open Word, and I just feel that Word works better. I think it's easier and faster to use than Paint anyway. And for the layout, we're just going to resize our margins to narrow so that way we can use a full page. We're just going to click paste, and sometimes you have to resize it a little bit just to make it, sometimes it hangs to the left a little, but this time it came out pretty clear. So we're going to go back to our page. We're going to scroll down. As if you recall, just remember where you left off, and you're just going to click your snipping tool again, new, and I left off there, so I'm going to put, that's where I'm going to put my cursor. I'm going to drag, and again, if you're not familiar with the snipping tool, if you accidentally let go halfway and you only grabbed half of your image of the page, it's not a problem. Just click new and just drag it over and just do it again. So copy, and we're going to paste or control V, and then that's it. So our page is ready to print now. It's nice and clear, as you can see. I mean, it's got a slight blur, but when you go to print it at your printer, it shows you the preview. It looks pretty close to what it looks like in the textbook. It's a little bit smaller, but it's much better to work with than the version that you can do in Paint. So if this helps, hopefully you'll give me the thumbs up, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks, everybody.